Garoppolo's foot injury. It spurred talk of a possible trade to play for the Raiders, but Brady rated to Sports Illustrated. He's certain he is not playing again and is looking forward to his opportunity as a minority owner with the Raiders, his broadcasting job with Fox next year. New Cardinals head coach John Tripley Vision released by Trey Hopkins saying, "We thought it was the best thing for the team." Meanwhile, Cowboys head coach Mike missed a potential addition of in Dallas. Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll said the team expects corner Tariq Woolen back in 4 to 6 weeks. Woolen recently had surgery to repair Carroll's knee. Carroll says he expects safety. Jonathan Gordon Brooks will still
obviously, Tyler has a little bit of a problem today, but they're working on that. Yeah, they're bringing in experts. So let's see if I have figured things correctly. Today is a Friday, 2nd day of June, 2023. Yeah, okay, Friday, short week. I like short weeks. Yeah, we can live with that. So Monday being the holiday, so it's going to make it easier getting into the flow of things with a Friday. Oh, well, what's going on? Well, word is taking vitamins and going on walks can help slow cognitive decline in aging brains. Studies find that a daily multivitamin and a 30-minute walk 3 or 4 times a week can lead to better memory. Unfortunately, that only counteracts the 3 or 4 times a week with the tequila shots. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? Boy. Coming up, we've got all sorts of good things for you. We do have some birthdays. We will celebrate big shot birthdays. We will celebrate some local birthdays, too. Your friends and neighbors, people that, of course, you know and love. And we even have an anniversary today. So, we've got a bunch of good stuff coming your way. And let's see. Oh, Disney is finally reaching the company's goal of laying off 7,000 employees. Yeah, the Daily Variety is reporting that notices to employees impacted during the 3rd round of cuts were sent out last week. So probably on your next visit to Disneyland, you'll notice, there are now just 5 dwarves. Times are tough everywhere, I suppose. Okay, and, it's kind of a sign of the times. Well, yeah, you cut the jobs and the CEO pay goes up. Yeah, isn't that the way it's supposed to work? Yeah, I thought so. Oh, boy. And we mentioned yesterday, Clint Eastwood, actually Wednesday, Clint Eastwood turned 93. Yeah. And he's still working, yeah. Not really in front of the camera, but working behind the camera, and has done some incredible work that way. Let's see. We've got birthdays. We're going to celebrate our big shot birthdays to begin with. And actor Ron Ely, Tarzan, is 85. Actor Stacy Keach, 82. Actor, director Charles Hayde, 80. Singer Chubby Tavares of the group Tavares, 79. Actor Jerry Mathers. Are you ready for this? Leave It to Beaver, Jerry Mathers, the Beaver, is 75 years old today. Yeah, boy. I believe he still has the paper route. Actor Joanna Gleason, 73. Actor Dennis Haysbert is 69. Pedro Serrano from Major League and Allstate, I believe it's Allstate Commercials. And Michael Steele of the Bengals, 68. Actor Liam Cunningham is 62. Actor Naveed Negaban is 59. Actor Paula Gale. 53. Actor Anthony Montgomery. 52. Comedian Wayne Brady. 51. Actor Wentworth Miller is 51. Actor Zachary Quinto. 46. Actor Dominic Cooper is 45. Actor Nikki Cox, 45. Actor Justin Long, 45. Actor Dion Richmond is 45. Actor Morena Bessarin is 44. Actor Aquafina is 35. Actor Brittany Curran is 33. So there you go. Big shot birthdays. I've actually even heard of some of them.
This is Sarah Griffin with the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially for those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ivfoodbank.org.
We have happy birthday wishes today for Austin Mendoza, R.J. Gunn, Patricia Wirt, Jordan Selking, Jerry Irving, Ruben Herrera, Hazel Herrick, Karen Hines, Elsa Valenzuela, Socorro Martinez, Carlitos Espinoza, Elsa Ariano, Glenda Holdridge, Heather Velasco, John Rivera, Lupe Estala, Maggie Mendoza, Margot Alcantar, Rachel Dunny, Ricardo Garcia, Roland Frias, Sergio Mesa, Toby Salgado, Ariana Kearns, and Rick Ramirez. Oh, by the way, happy anniversary, Sonny and Susan Rasmussen. It's their 50th. Okie dokie, there you go. We've got birthdays and throw in a 50th anniversary as well. So happy birthday and congratulations on the anniversary. Yeah. Let's see. Coming up, we've got to look at world and California news headlines. We can do that. We also will take a look at local news. A lot of things going on in the world, and we'll tell you about them. So that's all coming up. And what else have we got? I'm trying to figure, I'm looking at it now, trying to get it all straight. So we're going to jump in with a look at world and California news headlines right now, brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. They are your year-round comfort specialists.
CBS News special report. The U.S. Senate has passed a bill to raise the debt ceiling. Political analyst Larry Sabato says this means there will be no default.
This crisis is over. It wasn't a real crisis. It was a manufactured crisis. But if the debt ceiling hadn't been lifted, then we would have had an economic disaster.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer had vowed default was not an option.
Democrats said from the start, we must take default off the table. For a long time, many Republicans in the House resisted. House Republicans were ready to take default hostage in order to pass a radical, hard-right agenda that never could have passed with the American people.
The bill is now on its way to President Biden's desk for his signature. The president is expected to sign it before the January 5th deadline, the so-called X date for default on the nation's debt. CBS News special report. I'm Linda Kenyon.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. With only days to spare, the debt ceiling deal brokered by President Joe Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy clears the U.S. Senate.
The yeas are 63, the nays are 36. The 60-vote threshold having been achieved, the bill is passed.
That's California Senator Alex Padilla announcing the final vote late Thursday night. The upper chamber passing the compromise legislation after racing through a series of amendment votes. Padilla and Senator Dianne Feinstein both voting in favor. A crime spree in Milpitas and San Jose leaves 3 dead and 3 injured. The suspect allegedly stabbing 3 people, striking 3 others with a vehicle he'd carjacked. He's in custody.
The suspect, it appears, intentionally rammed 2 individuals, striking 2 pedestrians, ultimately causing them life-threatening injuries. And as of right now, both of those pedestrians have succumbed to those injuries.
Steve Aponte with San Jose Police. Sacramento officials lobbying for the Oakland A's to consider moving there if the team's proposed deal with Las Vegas falls through. Gas prices in the state holding steady at $4.87 a gallon. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair, for replacement, call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
This is Jeff Scott. Did you know there's a way to outsmart COVID if you get it? Now there are medicines that can treat COVID whether or not you've been vaccinated, which is great news, especially if you're over 50. If taken in the first 5 days of having symptoms, COVID medicines can help stop the illness from getting serious. Call a healthcare provider or the statewide COVID hotline at 833-422-4255 to learn more about COVID medicines. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
If your Medi-Cal is ending, Cover California is here to help. Cover California is a service from the state that helps you get affordable health insurance. In many cases, at no cost to you, just like with Medi-Cal. We have quality health plans and will help you every step of the way to get the one that works for you and your family. So, if you're no longer eligible for Medi-Cal, check out Cover California. We'll keep you covered. Learn more at coveredca.com.
It's page 1 of the local news, page 1 of service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They have mobile service vans. They go where you are. Hey, your car's just sitting there. And let them service it for you. They service all makes and all models. Call them and schedule an appointment with one of the mobile service vans. Assembly Bill 918 has successfully passed the California Assembly. The bill would seek to establish one united Imperial Valley Healthcare District. The bill, pushed by El Centro Regional Medical Center and the City of El Centro, now goes on to the State Senate. Both Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District and the Heffernan Hospital District have expressed some concerns with some of the provisions in that bill. Assemblymember Eduardo Garcia said that community input is extremely important to him and that he plans to increase public engagement efforts on the Regional Healthcare District proposal. And speaking of health, well, mixed news on COVID. Here's George Gale.
The latest update was released Thursday morning. Information on COVID-19 is provided by the County Public Health Department. Latest numbers indicate there are now only 63 active cases of COVID-19 in the Imperial County. That's down from the 74 active cases reported on Tuesday. On the negative side, there has been another death attributed to the virus. The current report indicates there have now been 981 deaths caused by COVID-19. State COVID-19 tier metrics are unchanged. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And the Imperial Valley Symphony Young Artist Concert is tomorrow. It's at 7 p.m. at the Jimmy Cannon Theater at Southwest High School. And admission is free, but if you want to donate so they can continue their work, feel free. KXO News Time, 7:42. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires, guaranteed. We're talking the finest names in tires: Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlap, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. Check the prices, then talk to your Quick Lane service advisor. He will give you the best price, guaranteed. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall. And the hot summer months, well, You know they're going to happen, and cool centers will be opening. George Gale has more.
The list was published in the Health Department's website. Cool centers will be set up at the Brawley Public Library, Bombay Beach Community Center, Commodena Memorial Library in Calexico, Imperial County Calipatria Library, Imperial Valley Mall Food Court, Imperial County Hoteville Library, Hoteville City Hall, and the Imperial Public Library. Hydration stations will be at the Nyland Fire District, Imperial Valley Desert Museum, Palo Verde Fire Department, Imperial County Salton City Library, Imperial County Fire Station 3, and the Imperial County Fire Station 8. This is the list as of now. Public Health says the list is subject to change as the summer progresses. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, expect some road closures around the county beginning on Monday. McDonald Road will be closed from Highway 111 to English Road through June 23rd. The IID will be conducting canal and drain maintenance. A detour will be posted. Also, starting Monday, Sinclair Road will be closed for bridge repair. The closure from about 3/4 of a mile west of Brant Road to a 1/4 mile east of Kalen Road. The bridge repair estimated to take about 50 days. There'll be 14-hour closures from 10 a.m. till midnight, Mondays through Fridays. 24-hour closures are scheduled for Saturdays and Sundays. A detour will be posted. That's it for page one of the local news. Page one is service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. And, of course, they're mobile vans. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Packers Mini Storage in Brawley will stage a public auction this coming Saturday in their Brawley facility, 665 Old Highway 111. Pre-registration is Saturday morning, June 3rd, before the public auction begins at 8:30 a.m. If you need more information, call 1-760-352-7960. Don't miss Packers Mini Storage public auction beginning this Saturday, June 3rd at 8:30 a.m. in Brawley.
Yeah, I wonder if the folks from Storage Wars will be there. It's page 2 of the local news, served by K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Great Japanese food. They specialize in sushi rolls, 50 different varieties of sushi rolls, one for every state. It was a bit of a traffic nightmare yesterday, and it's going to continue for a while. George Gale has more.
It caused a major traffic backup Thursday morning. A vehicle traveling south on Highway 86 went out of control and crashed into a power pole at the Ayton Road intersection. The impact knocked the pole down, blocking the southbound lanes. Southbound traffic on the highway was backed up from Ayton Road to First Street in Imperial. Crews removed the pole from the roadway, and the all-clear was given at around 9:15 Thursday morning. Officials say traffic at the intersection will be controlled by flashing red lights for the next few months. Collision is under investigation. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And the Brawley Cattle Call royalty contestants have been announced. 7 contestants seeking crowns in the 67th annual Brawley Cattle Call Queen contest. The first Cattle Call Queen was crowned in 1956. And on May 30th, the Chamber of Commerce for Greater Brawley announced this year's contestants. Adria Macarenas, the only contestant running for Queen. Calista Stanley and Jordan Santana are running for Teen Queen. Savannah Hernandez and Italia Marquez running for Junior Queen. And Kelsey Stanley and Amelia Morales competing for Little Miss. The deadline to submit an application was in May. The contestants are meeting weekly, preparing for the contest and the coronation, which will take place in October. And by the way, the 2023 Brawley Cattle Call Queen Royalty Contest theme is Long Live Cowgirls, past, present, and future. Cattle Call Week, yeah, it's coming up in November. And Calipatria City Council met in special session this week. George Gale has more.
They held a special meeting Wednesday afternoon. During the meeting, the council ratified the contract offered to Laura Gutierrez. Gutierrez agreed to the contract and became the city's new city manager finance director. City council also scheduled to ratify a contract for the new public works director. There has been no official comment on that contract. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And KXO News time is 7:48.
K Sushi Bar and Grill, serving you fresh and delicious Japanese food. Also giving you great customer service and a menu full of items for everyone's appetite. Check out their unique Estates sushi rolls, one for each of our 50 states. And come join them with their famous sake bomb, a thrilling event with James Chingan. Make a group reservation at their cozy patio or cater at K Sushi Bar and Grill, 416 South J Street in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4440. Visit them at KSushiBarandGrill.com.
The National Weather Service says seasonably pleasant temperatures will persist through today as afternoon temperatures remain well below the century mark. A warming trend towards normal through the weekend will precede another likely cooling trend through the middle of next week. Otherwise, dry and mostly calm conditions across the region into early next week. 92 the high yesterday, 63 our overnight low. Sunny today with a high near 95. Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then turning out of the northwest. Clear tonight with a low around 67. West-southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming southeast after midnight. Sunny on Saturday with a high near 100. South-southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming northwest. Sunday, sunny with a high near 102. Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. 70 degrees downtown, 69% relative humidity. Wind out of the east at 5 to 8 miles an hour. Local news, page 2, served by K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Check out the daily lunch specials. By the way, the dinner menu featuring 16 different entrees. K Sushi Bar and Grill, just off Highway 86 in Imperial.
Let's talk about it. Bringing community mental health issues to your radio. Listen each Sunday morning to KXO AM 1230 at 7 a.m. or on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on FM 107.5. Or log on to KXORadio.com for a podcast of the show in its entirety. This program is produced by the Public Affairs Department of KXO AM 1230 and FM 107.5. Let's Talk About It is presented as a public service of Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
And it's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Major League Baseball, the Padres unleashed their bats, 10 runs, 11 hits. They topped the Marlins 10-1. Joe Musgrove had a no-hitter going into the 6th. And, well, what can I say? Gary Sanchez homered again for the Padres. Yeah, okay, he's been with the Padres 3 days. He already has more home runs than any Padre catcher in the first 2 months of the season. The Astros topped the Angels 5-2. Blue Jays over the Brewers 3-1. Mets beat the Phillies 4-2. Diamondbacks edged the Rockies 5-4. Red Sox rolled over the Reds 8-2. Twins tweaked the Guardians 7-6. And the Dodgers have acquired right-hander Ricky Vanasco from the Rangers. It cost them lefty Luis Valdez. Right-hander Zach Birdie was designated for assignment by the Dodgers to make room on their 40-man roster. Vanasco, a 15-round draft pick out of Texas in 2017, was designated for assignment on Monday. He allowed 6 runs in 2 1/3 innings in 2 games for AA Frisco after being activated from the injured list. Vanasco was 3-5 in 23 starts between high A and AA. Meanwhile, the 19-year-old Valdez was 0-2 in 8 games with low A Rancho Cucamonga this season. So neither one with stellar performances.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Well, NBA action. The Nuggets top the Heat 104-83. Denver leads the best-of-7 finals. 1 game to none. Meanwhile, the Miami Heat set an NBA postseason record for fewest free throw attempts in a game. They went to the foul line just twice during that loss. Yeah, blame it on the officials. And NBA Commissioner Adam Silver indicated that he has reached a decision regarding the league office's looming disciplinary action against Memphis Grizzlies superstar guard Ja Morant, but would wait until after a champion has been crowned in the finals to announce that punishment. The Grizzlies suspended Morant May 14th, pending league review, after a video on social media circulated showing the All-Star brandishing a firearm. Second time that happened this season. Duh. Come on, Ja. Let's get it together. And Tom Brady says he's going to stay retired, and he is buying into the Las Vegas Raiders. Locally, the Imperial Tigers softball team fell to Santa Paula 5-2 yesterday. They are done for the year. A great year for the Tigers. Meanwhile, Holtville, they shut out Boron. The Vikings over the Wildcats 6-0 at Holtville yesterday. The Vikings will meet Santa Paula in Santa Paula tomorrow as they continue a quest for not only the CIF San Diego title, but for a state title. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
Since 1901, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has provided the finest printing and copying services from start to finish. When you choose Imperial Printers Rocket Copy, you can feel confident in our expertise and personal attention to your project. We have a team of professional graphic designers ready to take your ideas and make them a reality. From promotional merchandise, full-color brochures, blueprints, and high-speed copies to business forms and everything else in between, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers dependable and affordable quality printing. Thank you for choosing locally owned and operated Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. We have convenient locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
And right now, we've got a look at financial news and a brief look at the weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live-scan fingerprinting to the public. The market's reacting favorably to the lifting of the debt ceiling, the bill on President Biden's desk. The Dow right now up 478 points at 33,539. The S&P 500 up 49 points at 4269. The NASDAQ up 115 points at 13,216. Gold down 12.70 an ounce, and oil up $1.48 a barrel. So what else is going on in the world of high finance? The U.S. economy added jobs last month. Yeah, the labor market isn't ready to slow down just yet. Employers added 339,000 jobs in May, according to the monthly report from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Last month's job growth showed an acceleration from April's job gains, which were revised upwardly to 294,000, and it's a far hotter number than the 190,000 that economists were expecting. The unemployment rate rose to 3.7% from 3.4%, Economists were projecting it to climb to 3.5%, according to experts. And the biggest newspaper chain in the country is about to be rocked by the biggest walkout of its staff in history. On Monday, hundreds of Gannett journalists plan to stage a one-day strike during the media company's annual shareholder meeting. Their message, Gannett needs new leadership. The journalists want shareholders to take a vote of no confidence against Mike Reed, Gannett's chief executive officer. According to them, the union that represents the journalists, Reed has hollowed out newsrooms as a result of misplaced priorities.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 95, southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then becoming northwest. Clear tonight, an overnight low about 67. West-southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming southeast after midnight. Saturday, sunny with a high near 100. South-southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming northwest. Sunday, sunny with a high near 102. Southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. And right now, downtown 71 degrees, 67% relative humidity. Wind out of the east at 3 to 5 miles an hour. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal. You'll find them at 4th and Heil in El Centro.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Linda Kenyon in Washington. The latest jobs report is out. Bankrate.com's Mark Hamrick breaks it all down for us.
As employment reports go, this one was more of a mixed bag. On the one hand, payrolls growth was much stronger than expected in May, with 339,000 jobs added. On the other hand, the unemployment rate rose 0.3 to 3.7%. You had an additional 440,000 people unemployed, with the total rising to 6.1 million.
The U.S. Senate was up late last night passing a debt ceiling bill. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer was happy overall.
Of course, nobody got everything they wanted. There was give on both sides, but this agreement was a very good outcome.
What's good for some may not be good for others, like South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham.
I know in divided government is tough, but don't tell me that this is the best we could do.
The bill raises the debt ceiling and cuts federal spending. The agreement means there will be no default on the nation's debt. President Biden will address the debt ceiling when he speaks to the nation tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Former President Donald Trump and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis are stumping in the early GOP primary states. CBS's Ed O'Keefe is in Iowa.
The Trump and DeSantis campaigns sure are trying to set the two front-runners apart from the rest of the pack. The former president was here in Iowa yesterday talking to voters, appearing last night on Fox News. While Governor DeSantis was up in New Hampshire, he's in South Carolina today, making his case.
Both Trump and DeSantis have been trading barbs at each other. They've also been downplaying Joe Biden's re-election efforts. A government audit has found that the U.S. agency charged with keeping the roads safe is slow to investigate automobile safety defects, limiting its ability to handle rapidly changing or severe safety risks.
The report comes as the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is trying to force a Tennessee company to recall nearly 70 million airbag inflators that could explode and hurl shrapnel at drivers and passengers. The agency sent a recall request letter to ARC Automotive Incorporated in April, but the company refused the recall in May.
CBS's Jim Krasula says at least 2 people in the U.S. and Canada have been killed after airbag inflators ruptured. 7 more have been injured. Good news, if you have a sweet tooth, today is your lucky day. Several donut chains are offering free donuts because today is National Donut Day.
Duck Donuts is giving away a free cinnamon donut, no purchase necessary, while Dunkin' will give any donut of your choice free with the purchase of a beverage. Krispy Kreme is also giving away any donut of your choice, no purchase necessary.
This is CBS News.
Need hires who dazzle without the hassle? You need Indeed. Their powerful platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
I'm Howard Mackler, founder of Innovation Refunds. You've heard me talking about the payroll tax refund for months. If you own a business, even if you've asked your CPA about this, you owe it to yourself to take another look. We provide a licensed and insured tax attorney who evaluates your company at my expense to determine eligibility. Businesses of all types can qualify, so go to GetRefunds.com to potentially get a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. Download the Innovation Refunds app or go to GetRefunds.com, GetRefunds.com.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Cancer drugs are in short supply, but as CBS's Steve Kathan reports, there could be some relief very soon.
CNBC reports the FDA is considering allowing temporary imports of chemotherapy drugs from overseas makers who are not currently approved to distribute them in the U.S. There's currently a national shortage of 14 cancer medications. Doctors have been put in a position of facing possible rationing of the drugs, prioritizing which patients get them. It's expected the shortage will last through this month, but a lifting of import restrictions could return things closer to normal. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
New research shows a drug developed by Swiss pharmaceutical maker Novartis reduced the risk of recurrence by a quarter in early-stage survivors of the most common form of breast cancer. The drug is called ribociclib, and it belongs to a newer class of molecular drugs. Linda Kenyon, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
I turn it on in the morning and I leave it on all day.
AM 1230.
My music station.
KXO.
1230 KXO.